You know, in today's massive warehouses, every single item, down to a single box of screws, has its own digital address. Today, we're going to build that digital blueprint from the ground up using SAP's Extended Warehouse Management System. We're going to see exactly how this kind of perfect planning tames what looks like total chaos. I want you to picture a warehouse the size of several football fields. You've got thousands of different products, hundreds of workers, trucks constantly coming and going. It's this incredible symphony of controlled chaos. So how in the world do you manage all of that with near-perfect accuracy and lightning speed? Well, the secret isn't just about having tidy shelves. The real magic happens before a single box even gets moved. You have to build a flawless digital twin, a perfect blueprint of the entire operation right inside the system. That's the core idea behind SAP EWM. You mirror the physical world digitally. Okay, let's dive right into building this thing. Every great blueprint has to start with a title page, right? Something that defines the whole project. In our digital warehouse, that's called the warehouse number. It's just a simple 4-character code, but don't let that fool you. This is the highest level container for everything. It represents the entire warehouse complex. Every building, every rack, every corner, everything we're about to build from here on out is going to live inside this one unique number.
So you might be wondering, when do I need a new warehouse number? Well, the rule of thumb is actually surprisingly simple. Longer distance basically just means you have to use public streets. If you've got to drive a truck off your property and onto a public road to get to another building, boom, that building needs its own separate blueprint.
All right, with our title page set, it's time to get to the fun part, mapping the actual physical layout onto our digital blueprint. We're going to start big and then zoom in, getting more and more specific.
First up, we create what are called storage types. The best way to think of these is as the major zones on a city map. We're defining large, distinct areas based on what they're for. This is where we say, okay, this entire section is for cold storage, or that whole area over there, that's our high rack shelving for big pallets.
Now, this is where things get really smart. We zoom into one of those storage types and create storage sections. And the why here is what's so cool. Let's say inside our main picking area, we create a special section right near the shipping doors just for our fastest moving, most popular items. By doing that simple digital zoning, we can dramatically cut down on how far our workers have to walk. It's all about optimization.
And finally, we zoom in one last time, all the way down to the storage bin. This is the end of the line. It's the smallest, most precise address in the entire warehouse. It's the exact coordinates on a specific shelf where one item lives. Every single product gets its own unique home address.
So let's just run that back real quick. We start with the whole complex, the warehouse number, we dive into a specific area, the storage type, we get more granular with a group of bins, the storage section, and finally, we pinpoint a single location, the storage bin. See? It's a perfectly logical map of the physical space.
Okay, our blueprint is looking great, but a plan sitting on a desk is useless if it's not connected to the real world, right? Our digital warehouse needs an official address. We've got to put it on the global supply chain map.
And that is the job of the supply chain unit, or SCU. Seriously, just think of it as the warehouse's GPS coordinates and its official mailing address all rolled into one. It holds all that essential location data, country, region, and even its local time zone.
Now here's the golden rule, and it's absolutely crucial. The relationship is strictly one-to-one. Every single warehouse number we create must be assigned one and only one unique supply chain unit. This makes sure there's never, ever any confusion about which digital plan belongs to which physical building on the globe. All right, let's pause for a second and clear something up that trips a lot of people up. The difference between a custodian and an owner. It's simple. The custodian is the one with physical possession. They're the company running the warehouse. The owner has legal possession. They're the company that actually owns the stuff inside. Sometimes they're the same, but in today's world of complex logistics, they're very often two different companies.
Our blueprint is nearly complete. The structure is all mapped out. It's got a real-world address. The very last step is to define the official points where goods can move in and out. We need to add the digital doors and windows.
Now, when I say offices, don't picture a desk and a chair. These are mandatory digital gateways on our blueprint. The goods receipt office is the official digital front door for all incoming stock. The shipping office is the digital back door for everything going out. Every single piece of paper, every document has to be processed through one of these digital gates. No exceptions.
So, we've gone through all this trouble. We've built this incredibly detailed, almost obsessive digital plan. We've defined every zone, every section, every single bin. So, why? Why does all this meticulous planning even matter?
This is the payoff. Remember that chaos we talked about at the beginning? This blueprint is how you conquer it. Because we've defined everything so perfectly, the system can now calculate the single most efficient path for a worker to go pick 10 different items. It can track millions of products in real time with virtually zero errors. This is it. This is where that perfect digital plan creates flawless physical performance.
It's incredible, really. This system turns total chaos into perfect clockwork. But it does leave us with a pretty important question for the future, doesn't it? As robots and automation start handling more and more of the physical work, will the most valuable skill in the entire warehouse not be driving a forklift, but being the person who can design the perfect digital blueprint that tells those robots exactly where to go? All right, let's talk about one of the